So the Vanguard beta finally ended yesterday after what was like a 4-day weekend. And honestly, overall, I just really wasn't that impressed with the game. Like, in a way, it was just kind of underwhelming. Do you know, usually when you get a new COD game, you get like a little bit of excitement with it. For me, I kind of get like that urge to grind the game. Like, it's really exciting for like the first 2 months to have a new game. When I went into Vanguard, I was surprised that the game just didn't impress me and it just didn't make me excited. I'm gonna get the biggest issue of this game out of the way, and the fact that we are still looking at the same menu as we have been for the past 3 years. This game is still connected on the Modern Warfare. It has pretty much the same exact identical menu, and we're looking at the same exact store again. And on top of all of that, the game's HUD looks exactly the same as Modern Warfare. And it might be a small thing, but that really just contributes to the game feeling stale already. I gave Cold War a pass because it had a kind of shortened development cycle with Treyarch, you know, picking up halfway through, and it was during COVID. But this game, it's had a long time. It just feels so lazy. And they also made a lot of the same design choices. Dead Silence is back to being a field upgrade. The radar doesn't work normally. The time to kill is really fast. It really just feels like this game was just designed to be World War II Modern Warfare in every way. I don't understand what they did to this game in development. Did they spend all the time designing the maps or something? Like, it's just crazy. Where did the development time go? The gunsmith feels and looks the same as it did in Cold War and Modern Warfare. There's no innovation. There's nothing unique to this game, it feels like. And the community's least favorite decisions that Modern Warfare made was a Dead Silence in the radar, so why of all things did you bring that back? I like opening up a new game and feeling like it's a new game. The gunsmith is honestly, it just feels watered down, because now every single gun just has 10 attachments. Does it really make sense for World War II guns to have 10 attachments apiece? I know we have to because this is a modern COD. When I unlocked Creative Class at level 4, I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't care. I used a sniper, or I just used like a preset class of some form. Also, my gun progression was glitched out for some reason. I wasn't earning attachments on some of my guns. I feel like COD's gotten a lot of heat these past 2 years, and for people like me who don't really love Warzone and haven't loved these last 2 years of COD, a breath of fresh air and a fresh game would have made such a big difference. It might be a nitpick to say the menu bothered me that much, but it did. Now, a lot of this is my opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But this game just tired me out mentally, and the gameplay wasn't exciting enough to warrant it. One thing I think is really stupid, why do you need to have a perk to have a regular radar? I don't understand that. It just feels so unnecessary and so stupid. For someone like me, that's going to be the crutch perk. Why would I ever use anything else? When am I ever going to choose something that isn't that perk? Whoa! Whoa! What is happening? Now, on the gameplay side of things, the game, like I said, it wasn't that bad. I don't think the maps were that bad. Other than Red Star. Like, sometimes it felt like they had no flow, but I blame that more so on the spawns than I do the gameplay itself. You spawn inside of 400 different people. There are also times where I would just spawn behind their entire team. It's like a free kill chain if you want it, but it's gonna happen to you too, and it's gonna be frustrating. I know they had said they wanted each map to feel like shipment, like in its pacing. I thought maybe they just meant fast-paced gameplay. I didn't think they meant the Modern Warfare shipment spawns. Like, I think they took it a little bit too far. And I was also pretty sure that was just supposed to be in the blitz mode, but that was even happening in like 6v6. I felt like the spawns were completely unpredictable no matter what game mode you were playing. Now, honestly, it made the gameplay super fast-paced, which to an extent I appreciated, honestly. It wasn't all bad. Like, once you were just in the game chilling in a normal lobby, it wasn't that bad. At the same rate, it just wasn't that great. Dude, what is happening with my Cold War today? What are these textures? Oh my gosh. The gunplay was like good and everything, but the sound design was just... Do we even really need to talk about the sound design? Do we have to? But another thing that annoyed me is this game just doesn't feel like a World War II game in the slightest. Like, I don't know if Activision is just too afraid of being politically incorrect that they cannot commit to like World War II theme, but it just makes the game so bland and stale, and it has just absolutely no identity whatsoever. Like, when you play, every single soldier just looks like a British soldier. And like Ackman pointed out, if you look at the end screen, not only does the end screen look horrible, you can make that in Photoshop in like 2 minutes, maybe. But it says my team, enemy team. Now that's it. My team and enemy team. It's great. And then I would say, oh yeah, but the guns, at least the guns make it feel like it's World War II. And then I remember my great-grandpa probably wasn't running around with fast mag, a red dot sight, and a laser sight. What was the point of making a World War II game if it's just gonna feel like Modern Warfare? Like I said, I feel like they were just so safe with this game. It's just been years since it feels like Call of Duty has made such a genuinely good and full game. I'll use World at War for an example. You had creepy menu music. It was designed really well. You had like the helmet sitting on the rifles. Like, it just set a tone. It was sinister, and like I said, it committed to like the whole World War II thing. So when you played it, it felt like it was from that time era. Now it's like, we have a World War II game. And then as soon as you get in, it's like,
hey, did you buy the battle pass yet?
Give the game like 2 months and we'll be running around as Hitler's clowns for $24. Like, it just doesn't feel good. I understand Warzone is like their big thing, but I said this before, when you put so much emphasis into it that your new game just lacks and feels like it's just there to get people in the Warzone, then what's the point of playing it? I don't know. Like, there's something about the game that just didn't sit well with me. There's fun to be had in the game. You know, it's not like totally trash. Now, I did honestly really like that like moving hardpoint game. What's that called? Patrol. I think that was really fun. You sat on the hardpoint or attack the hardpoint. It was almost just constant action. It had its good moments. It had its good Call of Duty moments. But then there are times where it just played like trash. And it's like, well, it's just a beta. I would argue and say that COD games don't really have betas. It's just free trials. It's an incentive for you to pre-order the game. There's not much that can change in like a month now before the game releases. Like one of my friends said, though, when it feels like Modern Warfare, but it's not as good as Modern Warfare, it really just makes it feel bad. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe franchise fatigue is finally starting to catch up with me, but it definitely just feels like they've gotten extremely lazy. Like even more so than before. I know COD's always been like, oh, same game every year, but at least it felt kind of different. It just doesn't now. How would I fix this game? Well, I have an idea that would honestly probably fix the franchise a good bit. They just need to stop yearly releases. We will live without a COD game every year. I could have lived with Cold War for another year. It's usually a year before these games are finished anyways, before it has a substantial amount of content. So why force another one out the door as soon as the other one's finally becoming playable and enjoyable? Give developers another year. It will come out so much more polished. There'll be more content at launch. The game will be much more unique than it was the year before. And by then, people will be ready for a new game. And also, I know it's such a small thing. I want a new menu. I want something different. I want something to feel fresh. And this game just did not deliver on it. Like the custom class was pretty stale. The gameplay was relatively stale. It didn't take any risks at all. It really just didn't. Oh, you have mounting and blind firing. Why can I move when I mount? Who thought that was a good idea? So as the title of this video says, Vanguard is just mediocre. I might not buy it. I might just see how it launches. The Halo Infinite comes out in a month after that. I'm pretty much just waiting for that at this point. That's what I really am looking forward to. And Battlefield's coming out. I'm really looking forward to Battlefield. It is what it is, though. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. So tell me what you think down below. I'm pretty interested to think of like the general opinion of this game, you know, now after everyone's had a chance to play. And if you liked the video, you should leave a like. I appreciate it. Bye.